I witnessed the Israeli Defense Forces shooting at the crowds of Palestinians. I witnessed the Israeli Defense Forces firing a main gun tank round from the Merkava tank into a crowd of people, destroying a car of civilians that were simply driving away from the site. I witnessed artillery rounds landing at the intersection of the Marag corridor and the coastal road. I witnessed mortar rounds being fired at the crowds of people to keep them controlled onto the Marag corridor in the south. My professional opinion of how the sites were established was what I would describe as amateur. Inexperienced, untrained, no idea of how to conduct operations of this magnitude. That would be my most benign assessment. In my most frank assessment, I would say that they're criminal. In my entire career, have I never witnessed the level of brutality and use of indiscriminate and unnecessary force against a civilian population, an unarmed, starving population. I've never witnessed that in all of the places I've been deployed to war until I was in Gaza at the hands of the IDF and U.S. contractors.
The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has called allegations made by Anthony Aguilar categorically false and said he was a disgruntled former contractor who was terminated for misconduct, which he denies. The Israel Defense Forces said the IDF have conducted what they called learning processes to reduce friction between forces and the population. It goes on to say, as part of this effort, IDF forces have recently worked to reorganize the area through installation of fences, signage placement, the opening of additional routes and other measures. Following incidents in which harm to civilians who arrived at distribution facilities was reported, thorough examinations were conducted and instructions were issued to forces in the field following lessons learned.